What is good, y'all? It's your boy Nick back with another episode here on Toasty Media. Oh, we got quite a job to do tonight. And I say tonight because I work night shifts, so technically this is my day. I've been working nights for the last like 3 weeks. So this is pretty much the time that I'm up. This is the time that I gotta do it. So we got these brakes. We got EBC brakes specifically for the Golf R. The brake light has been on for probably a month and a half, and the braking performance of this car is just suffering. I say I've had these for, I think I got these last week, but I got them on a Monday, so I didn't have time to install them because I work 13 hours and I drive basically round trip 3 hours to work every day. It kind of sucks, but I got these brakes, a new jack. That jack has been leaking hydraulic fluid, and I just was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and get a nice Daytona one. These ones, they seem to be pretty nice. I've got my jack stands, which actually I grabbed a mismatched set because I've got the ones from this and I've got the ones that match that one. So I'm gonna go back in and grab the matching one. And yeah, we're gonna get started on this. I can't do any like GoPro footage on this video. My GoPro, I just forgot to charge it, but I did have an extra battery for the camera, so the camera's charged. We're just gonna be doing like kind of step-by-step walkthrough, you know, nothing crazy, man. Like, it's just installing the brakes and rotors and whatnot. So nothing real crazy, nothing y'all probably ain't ever seen before, but I figured I'd make a little video about it because why not? Actually, I do have more brake parts coming for this car, but they're coming from Japan, so I'm gonna have to wait. It's probably coming at the end. Oh, it's not probably. It is coming at the end of this month. Something interesting, something you probably don't see too often on golfs. I've said it in the few friend groups that I do have. They know about it. I've said it there, but for the general populace that does watch this, probably ain't never seen it before. But that's all right, because you're gonna see it and it's gonna be on here. So let's get it. Let's get started. Let's get to it. Alright, y'all, I got her all jacked up. Yeah, the freaking low pro jacks work like a charm. I should have had one of these a long time ago, dude. I've never owned a low profile jack, but dude, this jack right here, Harbor Freight with a rubber pad so it doesn't eat up your freaking frame, is a mint. And then obviously, if you don't know by now, favorite color is blue, dude. Freaking shout out Harbor Freight because they make all colors. So yeah, man, I can't really complain about this. It's way better than that one. Way better than the freaking Duralast one I had. But I got the Torx on the wheels broken off. So all we gotta do is take the wheels off. Hopefully they come off and there's not too much hassle with that. Hopefully I don't have to bang them off. Not that I really care about these wheels anymore. I really don't. I know I get compliments on them. Like, people like them because they're white, you know, just white wheels whenever they look clean, which these ones are dirty as hell. I haven't washed my car in like a month. Just because I ain't had time because of my work schedule, but you know, I don't like, now that I know about wheels, I care more about the Advans that are on the Lancer over there than I do these. And like, I only paid $1,100 for those plus tires, and those are like paint chipped and whatnot, not curbed or anything, but they're just paint chipped. But that's gonna be a whole video. We're gonna be painting those. But back to this though, I'm gonna take the wheels off. Hopefully they just come off smooth, and then we get access to the brakes, and then we can start the real party. Let's get it. Alright, y'all, give you a little update. So, got to this point where I'm getting the caliper carrier off right here. And dude, the bolts on here are some freaking monsters. And I do not have an impact that is small and or big enough to get in here. So, I've had to use other methods. I was able to get one bolt out, and it took me about an hour. This is the bolt I had to get out. So, like, the caliper carrier is connected to the freaking knuckle, right? Like right back here. Like, you can see it. I don't know if you can see all that. Here, hold on. Alright, there. Caliper carrier bolt is, hopefully y'all can see this. It's right behind this it's right behind this sensor. I'm trying my best not to curse anymore, or at least, you know, less of it. It's right behind this plug. There we go. So it's right behind that plug, and it looks like that. That is the bolt. It is threaded completely through the knuckle into the caliper carrier. Like, it's threaded all the way through, so I've been fighting those threads like tooth and nail. Like, I have a sledgehammer. I'll just let you be the judge of that. I've been using a sledgehammer to get it out. I got one out. I've got one more to go, but I did realize that this is the harder side because, and you know, I've done brakes on a Golf before, a Mark 7 to be in fact. I did it on my base, my little TSI that I had back in the day in Korea. I was sitting there and I was like, why was it so easy back then? I know why, because I had it on a lift in a center and I had way more space underneath the car to like have extensions and you know, get a longer tool under there to actually get more leverage, because that's my problem right now, is just leverage. So that's why it was way easier back then to get it off versus now where I don't have it as much room. So I had to lift the car up even higher just a little bit. Like, it is what it is, but I ain't giving up. We gonna get this, because right now it's the top one. The top one's gonna be a little harder because it's got even less room than the bottom one. But if I can get this bad boy off and I can get the caliper carrier off, we're golden. I don't know about the back. I don't know about the back. I know that in the back I got to turn the car on and put it in service mode. And I'm really, really hoping that the caliper carrier bolts for this one are nowhere near as big. I hope that they're not, because these are 21 mil head, like for the socket size. Man, it's not easy, but it's going. It's just going real slow. But we got nothing but time, man. Like, nothing but time. It's just how much PB blaster can I use to get these out, really is all it is. And, you know, how much patience do I have. But we're going to get it, man. Wish me luck. All right. So, with a lot of persuasion and a lot of leverage, we got the caliper carrier off. Let's go, boys. Let's go, ladies and gents. We got her off. And actually, good thing, the freaking rotor's not even fused to the wheel bearing. So, just pull this bad boy off, clean up the new one, and reassemble. I'm really hoping that the rear caliper is nowhere near as bad as that. I really freaking hope. I hope it's nowhere near as bad, man. Because that was a lot of effort, man. Like, I'm so serious. Like, I'm tired. Dude, I gave it my all. It came off. But we got her. We got her. Even in the worst situations, still got her. Had to basically jack this car up. Like, this car is as high as in the air I think as I've ever brought it before. Thank the Lord I was smart enough to get this jack, because I know for a fact that other one would have maxed out by now. Like, that, like, this is probably the max of that other jack. And we were able to get it off. So let's get the rotor, get this one off, get the new one on, clean it up, and let's keep moving. Oh, and by the way, here's a few battle scars. I don't know if y'all could see that. Yeah, my knuckle's all busted up. Say dirt and whatnot, man. When they say blood, sweat, and tears, they really mean it. You know what I mean? Like, cars are, oh shit, dude, I keep stepping on my freaking brake duct that I put on. This is for it's from an RS3. These are OEM. So I had to cut this off in order to get access to, like, or more room, if you will. So I got other zip ties I can put on there for it, so I'm not really worried about that. But yeah, man, take a little break, maybe like 5 minutes. While doing that, I'm gonna open these boxes up, get the rotor, get to work. Let's get it.
6.5 hours later.
Alright, y'all, it is in the morning. It's in the AM. I went to bed. I basically said F this. The set screw on that set me back hours, like several hours. The front is good though. The front is on there. It is Gucci. It looks so good. I can't wait. Hopefully it works. Yeah, the set screw on the rear rotor, dude, that's what set me back. I have screw extracted all this BS for this freaking stupid thing right here. Like, my goodness, it's such a pain in the neck, but got it, right? Enough banging. Literally, I had to get out my bolt conversion. I had to take that off, and then I just basically just drilled out the screw as much as I could, and I just fucking hit the rotor with the sledgehammer and it worked. It just popped off. I was like, thank the Lord. So it worked. See, you can even see it. It's still in there. See? It's right there. I'm gonna see if I can try and grip this and pull it off. Hopefully. Sorry about the video cutting off. My camera died, but here, I don't know. I don't even know where it died at, but basically, I think y'all saw this. Gouged it. Pretty nice. Got that one on now. Just gotta put the lugs on, but I'm gonna take that one off next. I'm not even gonna bother putting that on just yet. Just cause, dude, my freaking hands are gross. They're actually gross. But we got this last one. Put on some freaking good old music and rock it out. Pretty much what we're gonna do. Let's get it. All right, y'all. She's done. The brakes are all installed. All the wheels are torqued. I even got the clip back on the other one. Now it's all left to do is drive them. Now, EBC has a really weird betting process. So it almost seems like you're just, it's weird. Because like the betting process says it's like a 500-mile thing. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, bro, I don't have 500 miles to do. Like, I mean, I could do that. I'd do that easily in a week. So it's not really a big deal, but it's kind of like most brakes, or at least the ones that I'm used to, it's like, okay, 60 miles an hour, soft, and then maybe 80 miles an hour, medium, and then, or, whatever. Like, and then, you do a soft braking, a medium, and then a super hard one, and then they're good, but who knows with this. But I'm going to bed these bad boys in, or I'm going to try to. And we're going to see what happens. Who knows? I'm just going to try driving it first. Let's see if it drives. I got to put it back. I got to take the rear brakes. I got to take them out of service mode. I can just do that from my phone right quick. So I'm going to get back to y'all when I do that. All right, y'all. There we go. All right. Brakes are bedded. Well, not bedded, but I went around the block. They work. That might have been the worst hour of my life ever. Because when I went to go try and take the electronic parking brake out of service mode, or the electronic parking brakes, shall I say, I left the car on, and so it killed the battery. And so when I went to go do it, I just got hella faults. The car, it wasn't starting, none of that. Like, I mean, basically this car is one big computer, and if it's not happy and everything isn't perfect, it won't start. Like, it just will not start. So I had to run up to AutoZone in the Beamer. Thank God the car still works, because Lord knows, I mean, I could take this car with rod knock all the way there. It probably would do it, but oh, it's my alarm to actually get up and go to work. I'm gonna be tired at work, man. It's gonna be crazy, but whatever. A few energy drinks and take a nap on break or something, But hey, man, they work. The wheels are dirty as ever. The wheels are hella dirty. This car is just dirty, dirty, dirty. But the brakes do work. They work great. And it's that new brake feeling. It kind of made some noise, and then after a little lap around the block, it actually seemed to quiet pretty quickly. So I believe they are installed properly. I am going to order new conversion kit lugs for the back, because I had to take those off, and I basically just took vice grips, because all the freaking little holes, or I don't even know if they're like T-bits. First off, I hate Torx bits. They're terrible. But I'm pretty sure they're Torx bits, and I basically had to, since they're all so worn out, had to use vice grips to get them in and out. So Lord knows what their status is, but they're gonna have to work for now. I'm hoping that it fixed that issue with the whirring sound I was hearing in the back, and I think it did. I genuinely think that the mechanics might have been right. It might have been my brakes that were making the whirring noise. I'll definitely know on my way to work for sure. But that's gonna be the end of this video. I appreciate y'all for sticking around. I'm trying to get this car up back and right. I still got an oil leak issue, just the pan's not sealing. And honestly, I might just take that gasket and pan to a shop, have them professionally do it. I don't really want to, but I'm on such a time constraint, at least this next week. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to get to it until the next Sunday, but who knows. But I'll see y'all later. I'm Nick. That's a Golf. That's a Beamer. We're gonna get that bad boy over there. We're gonna get her up hopefully soon. I don't know. I think I'm selling this one still. I'm on the fence about it, because it is a good car, and it came in clutch when I needed it. It really did. But I'll see you guys later. Peace out.